Is it too early for Happy Thanksgiving?
No.
It's not, right? Because I won't see you guys.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. That's a little early. Yeah, a little early for that. From injury perspective, Tyron will still be out. The guy's still collecting information on his neck. Definitely becoming an IR candidate. Brees will not participate today. Last week, he got nicked in the game with his knee. Finished the game and finished well. Had some soreness last week and had a little bit of soreness yesterday. So we're gonna protect him from himself a little bit today. But we'll see how the week goes along. Still hopeful that he's going to play for us, but we'll see. Stickers will not participate because of personal today, and Malachi Corley got a little under the weather this morning, so he will not participate as well. Excited about this week, and this is a really, really good opponent coming in here and playing good complementary football all three phases. They're a new staff, obviously, and they're still finding their way in some ways, but you see some real explosiveness in all three phases, and it's going to be a great challenge for us. Offensively, a little bit unique in the fact that this coordinator comes from college, and you're getting some tempo, you're getting some check with me, you're getting a higher rate of RPO. So some of the stuff that you typically see more in a college game, we're gonna get. So, and they got great players to facilitate the whole thing. Defensively, it's the very similar outfit that he had in Baltimore. Mike McDonald. Style of play is right. They play hard. They play violent. They're physical. They do a lot of really cool things on defense. They'll play zone in a lot of similar ways that we do, but then they'll integrate a little bit more 5-down spacing with the front and a little bit more pressure. So it's going to be a great challenge for our offense. And special team wise, they're unique as well. The coordinator comes again. Another guy has a background in college football. Way more exotic formations and stuff they're just not accustomed to seeing at this league. So it's going to be a great challenge in all three phases.
Jeff, with Tyron, you said becoming an IR candidate.
Yeah.
What's changed to lead you to?
Just not enough improvement at this point, and it's really become apparent that we might have to do what's best for Tyron in that way, but still collecting information.
Is he here physically?
He's back and forth, so he's getting stuff done. He's got the best doctors on earth working with him.
I guess at that, with his age and the status of the season, is that all part of this?
Absolutely, yeah, for sure.
What's the approach with CJ?
Yeah, he's going to give it a run. We're going to see what it looks like, So he'll practice today full, and then tomorrow will be the big test. Get pads on him, get him to contact, and see how he responds with that. And if things go well, which I'm hopeful they will, he'll go. If not, he won't.
How much do you guys miss him?
A lot. He's just a guy he's so unique in his ability to lead and elevate those around him, and he brings. Not just leadership, but this confidence and poise and toughness that it's hard to replicate, So he's a special player, he's a special man, and he's hard to replace. He really is.
Yeah, you talked about in the past. You said things about you could have gotten a call when certain things happen. Is CJ that guy too? Who he could do that
right.
when he sees it on the field?
He's done that for sure. Absolutely, getting us in. There's been times where he got us into calls that weren't part of the check system, and just a call that he thought was best in that moment, which is, in my experience, it's been one of the only times I've ever seen that done, So he's just so unique and special in that way.
With the issues in coverage with guys flashing wide open against Arizona and against Indianapolis, is that more pre-snap issues or post-snap issues?
A little bit of both. Yeah, just execution issues is what it's been. Arizona there's a couple mans where just lost our eyes, and your eyes got to be on your luggage, and you got to be disciplined in that way. And sometimes it's challenging because there's run-pass conflicts within the play, but you got to get it done, And then in Indy, it was more of a zone principle post-snap that just poor execution.
What do you see in Geno Smith?
Man, he is. I don't know what not to say about him. He's got excellent mobility. He's killing people with his feet at times. He's got the ability to extend plays. He's way more athletic than you think when he moves around, and he makes the off-platform stuff go. He can make every throw, and he's taking advantage of his arm strength. Whether it's the double moves to Metcalf, whether it's the 7 cuts to the rest of their guys. They do a lot of really cool stuff that take advantage of his skill set. So. He's going to be a great challenge for us. And he's really starting to thrive in this college-esque offense where they're going fast and they're at the line of scrimmage, and he's able to really run the show.
But as somebody who's played in the league, and I'm actually coaching now, what is your appreciation for a guy that it just didn't work in other places, and all of a sudden, the light bulb goes on?
Yeah, tremendous respect for Geno and what he's done, because that's not the typical story in this league. Guys, when they fail or face real adversity and they don't get it done at their initial stop, a lot of times that's it, and their career's over with, and they don't become the players that they could have or should have or could have become. And he's a guy that's absolutely, he started over in Seattle, and he's revived his career in so many ways, and it's really cool to see. Testament to the resolve that he has.
Haason Reddick has not been putting up Haason Reddick type numbers. What are some of the factors that have gone into that, and what would you expect to see from him down the stretch?
Yeah, we got to force, first of all, third and longers, where you get an opportunity to really jump out your shoes, and we got to have more leads. That's what it comes down to. The more you operate with leads, the more you can rush the passer, the more you can let your guys loose, the more that they have to abandon the 50-50 football of playing whatever play, and when offenses become predictable, that's typically where, not only sacks and production on the quarterback increases, but turnovers, that's a big part of it.
How would you say he's done with the opportunities he's been given?
He's done well. He has. What's been really cool about him, that I probably knew, but just to see it in person, I just have gratitude for it now, is that his effort is off the chain. Like, as far as screens coming out of the stack, just chasing on the backside, excellent effort. And for a guy that's got the reputation of being a pass rusher and an undersized pass rusher at that, he's been very good in the run game as far as edge setting and playing a physical brand of football. So he's definitely done everything was asked of him.
How much were you able to use the extra time afforded by the bye week to kind of pinpoint, sort through what hasn't been working these last few weeks?
Yeah, so the first 4 days of the bye, that's all we did. It was just a look at ourselves, in all three phases, and really finding out. When you do that, it's not just finding out what you're struggling at, because that's easy, and finding ways to improve, whether it be technical, schematic, whatever those things are, personnel sometimes, but also, like, what are we doing well, and what do we need to major in more going forward, because every team, especially at the point of the bye, they really, like, who you are now, and who you got to be, not just from a personnel standpoint, but from a schematic standpoint. So I think we're way closer to where we need to be as far as the scheme is concerned, the technique is concerned, the personnel is concerned, than we were a week ago.
How would you assess Garrett's season?
I thought he's had some excellent moments for sure. It's this time on task between receiver and quarterback, and the more that they just get a rhythm and a cohesion together, and you start to see more and more special stuff from Garrett, because he's just one of those unique guys. Garrett, there's not another Garrett on this earth. The way he separates, the movement, the speed, the twitch, the in and out of the breaks, the ability to separate the top of the route. Like, that's not a guy that Aaron's ever played with before. That's not throwing shade at anybody that he's had in Green Bay or otherwise, but he's just very special. And I think it takes a little time to get a rhythm with a guy like that, but definitely had some special moments this year between the two of them.
Someone we haven't really asked about in a while is Jordan Travis. I'm curious where he's at in his recovery and what he's kind of doing behind the scenes.
Yeah, he's still working his butt off. Great attitude. I try to make it a point every day to check in with him, see how he's doing. He's doing good. He's in a good mental space. Physically, I know that it's not gone exactly as they thought it would, so still struggling through with a few things here and there. But great attitude, great approach. He's here every day working.
Is there any chance that before the end of the year he gets off?
I don't know that. At this point, just because there have been some setbacks, I don't see the need to really rush it. We've got to really protect this guy, because I think he's got a real future.
What's your take on just the constant wild speculation around Aaron? And obviously, I'm sure you heard all the noise this week about doesn't want to be here, the scan thing, all that kind of stuff. And where is he physically right now?
He's doing better today than he has for quite a while now. I would say for the last, after my conversation with him, the last 5 or 6 weeks, he has felt healthier today than he's felt in that time span. So super excited about getting him going, whether it's the keepers, the boots, a little bit more quarterback movement, taking advantage of the stuff that he's done at a Hall of Fame level his entire career. So excited to see a healthier version of Aaron out there.
Do you see any scenario where, if you guys, lose a little bit more further down the road, you just shut him down, or as long as he's healthy, what is your plan to play him?
Definitely, as long as he's healthy, my plan is to play him. And I know talking to him, that's the way he wants to do it too. Like, he is a very prideful person. He wants to finish this thing off right. He wants to celebrate this team that we have and have a good taste in our mouths as we lead the season.
Thanks, everyone.
All right, guys, thank you. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
You too. Appreciate it.